In today's in-depth interview, we are taking a look at your finances, particularly a recent report that takes a look at millennials, how their income compares to older generations, how they save, and if they're satisfied with their financial situation. And Brant Spesshardt, certified financial planner and president of Steward Wealth Strategies, joins us in the studio today. Okay, we have a lot to talk about. This is a pretty interesting report. 2017 Millennials and Their Money report, commissioned by Navy Federal Credit Union. It was conducted by a data consulting firm. First off, survey found a significant number of millennials are not technically on financial track.
Yeah, so the key thing that everybody needs to keep in mind, especially for millennials, is you got to have a goal, and you got to figure out, hey, look, where do I want to be later on down the road? And what we've seen with a lot of millennials is a lot of them have great aspirations and really want to make a difference in this world. And their idea of retirement is not just sitting back doing nothing. They want to travel the world, experience the world, and make a difference and serve others. So with any financial plan, you have to think about the end result. What is the goal I want to accomplish? And then we know where to start with the plan.
And it even found, you talk about that planning, traveling, going around the world. It even found that they're putting off some of that because they're maybe not in the right financial spot. You're a founding member of the Dave Ramsey Investing Council. Those of us who know Dave's philosophy know that he says the number one thing you have to have is that emergency fund. And this found that those millennials surveyed, knew that they wanted to save, but they didn't even have that emergency fund.
Yeah, our greatest wealth building tool that we have is our income. And our income gets robbed with a bunch of payments, you know, student loan payments, car payments, credit card payments. We've got to focus on get that stuff knocked out as quickly as possible. So then we can focus on building that 3 to 6 month emergency fund, because we know life's going to happen. Emergencies are going to pop up, and they always happen at the worst times. So it's really critical for our financial plan to get an emergency fund put in place as quickly as possible. Now
this part of it was a little staggering to me. So the survey found that of those millennials surveyed, 9 of 10 said savings, that was a top priority of theirs, but they didn't know how to save. Where should they go for advice for that? Do you have any advice for those just trying to get started right off the get-go?
Yeah, there's a lot of different sources. I mean, we're in the information age, and there are hundreds or thousands of financial websites. Same thing with apps. And then you've got classes. Sometimes employers offer classes, community colleges offer classes open to the public, churches, you know, so there's a lot of different sources out there. But then, you know, we've got financial planners,
of course,
you know, so there's people that you can talk to as well. The biggest thing is figure out what's going to work best for your personality and your comfort level. But information is only as good if we act on it. So we could have all the information in the world, but we also have to take action at some point.
Real quick before we wrap, it did talk a little bit about military and veteran millennials versus the standard millennial population. What did it have to say about that?
Yeah, so military professionals, you know, a young person today going to the military, they're starting their career 4 years earlier than most folks. So they're getting disciplined because of their position, but also they're learning how to handle a paycheck sooner than most college kids are nowadays. So they're preparing themselves 4 years earlier in life than most other millennials are. But they have to be careful just like anybody else, because a lot of people are always going after their paychecks as well.
Absolutely. Brant, thank you so much. Planning early, great tips. If we want more information, where can we go? Website?
Well, ncsmartvestor.com on our website, Tools That Matter. We've got a lot of financial classes out there you can get great information on.
Great tips in today's in-depth report.